Welcome to Urban Wine Life. This is Michael, your bougie black brother, and we're tasting another Trader Joe's wine, but this one happens to be in a can. It's called Simpler Wines, and I hope you enjoy this review. Hello, welcome back to Urban Wine Life. I'm Michael, your bougie black brother. And you see here we have this little special wine that we have. It's like really fucking weird, right? It's in a can. It's called Simpler Wines from Trader Joe's. So they got the $2 truck, and now they have this simpler wine. So this is a rosé, and then they have a white as well, but it's in a green can. But we're gonna taste the rosé. So this isn't a California wine. This is actually exported from Italy. And I did a couple of research, and I still haven't found the grape that they're using. So usually when you get a rosé or whatever, you may get a Campanello, or you may get something else. But I'm just trying to get some more research, and I'll put it in the notes on the show. So we're going to do the video, and then it's going to be on the podcast as well. But this is what we got, the simpler wine. It's a rosé. It says sparkling wine, Italy sparkling wine. So I'm kind of like, I wonder what it tastes like. So a price point of $3.99. So it's almost like $4. You do the math on your own. But so I wanted to try it. It's best to know. So if you're going to picnic, this is for those, hey, look, I got a couple of beers, I got a couple of sodas, I got some water bottles, and now I can have a couple of cans of wine. And, mixed reviews, but I wanted to find out for myself. So we're going to try it out and give you our review. So we reached out, and we got our 2 cans out, one for Alicia and one for me. So, grab that. I got me in my little wine glass, little portable joint. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna check it out. Just like a soda. Let's pour it in. Not quite a full glass. So I could have just had it from up to there, but since we drinking just like we drinking anything else, you smell a pretty much almost grassy. You get that slightly red, full, ripe type. Not quite cherry. It's a little floral, but it's very faint. So it's going to be faint because of the price point. They're not going to give you a lot of that. So this is nothing that's popping out of there. So forgive me for saying, well, does he know what the hell he's talking about? Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. But there's nothing jumping out of that. So I'm not really getting a lot out of it. But you can smell that slight alcohol that you normally would smell, almost like with beer. So let's try to taste this. Okay, not bad. So again, remember the price point. So let's change the atmosphere. You got your wine connoisseurs, you got your wine experts, you have your sommeliers, and then you have somebody who says, I got a taste for some wine. This is one of those, I got a taste for wine. Because it's not exciting. It's okay. So if I would have had a Corona, or I would have had one of these new craft beers that's out, but not really malted or anything. Like a really kind of barley taste from that. You get a little. There's nothing pumping up out of this. The enjoyment part is the effervescence. So as you taste the effervescence, you kind of like, oh, okay. So you out, you're having something kind of spicy, barbecue out, and you'd be like, ooh, that's some spicy. Grab one of these. I think it gives you a slightly wine taste. I don't think I can even define it too much because it's so faint. The fruit or even the floral. It's more floral than grassy. So when I said grass, it's more floral. It has more of a floral smell to it and taste. I don't want to be typical saying, yeah, it's like rose petals, or I'm just trying to define the floral to a certain level. So think about this. You're going out, you got a set of friends, you have some ladies, you got some guys, you settle buying this big bottle of one thing. You throw this in the cooler with the rest of them. You don't really, some may drink it straight out of the damn can. You probably can, based on the way this tastes. But if you want to say, I want to show a little more elegancy about this, I'm drinking it just like I should have. They come in like plastic glasses, just like this. And it's sparkling too. So if you look at that, you see the effervescence coming up. Gives you a good look to it too. It has that good rose color to it. So you should be okay. It's a good presentation. I think it's a great presentation. I have friends that's not really versed in wine, but they like wine, and this would be a good cold, because this is one that you could chill, and if you chill it and you drink it, I think you'd be okay. I think you're okay. But if you really want me to define it, no, that's just not a me. If I was going to go out and say I'm going to have some wine that I'm taking out and I chilled it on ice, it wouldn't be this. It wouldn't be. But if I have friends or some ladies whose palate isn't as educated, their taste in things isn't that educated, yeah, I can bring along a couple of these. I think they would drink it because the alcohol content isn't as high. It gives you that taste of it though. The lingering tannins on that doesn't leave a flavor. So this is so weak. It's the flavor isn't leaving. It's not there. I'm gonna put the notes of what they call and what people kind of got out of it. I'm just gotta be honest and serious. I didn't get anything. I think I'm pushing myself to try to define something, and there's better wines or cheaper wines that I've had that I can at least define where it was going. But this one has nothing, and it is a rosé. So when you get these rosés, you cut in all the tannins, and you're not bleeding through the skin as you should. But even the white isn't being maintained to that point. So who knows? I know I'm gonna have some visitors that come over. I'm gonna say, hey, try this new wine in a can. And in the back of my mind is, I'm not drinking that shit. But I can at least give it out to the uneducated palate, and they can actually drink it on something that they would actually like, because they're either beer drinkers or, what is it? Like a white Zinfandel. I think the white Zinfandel has more alcohol. So you can really taste that. If you get that alcohol, you kind of really knowing you're drinking some kind of wine. This don't have that alcohol content, and it has the effervescence part of that. You're bubbly, you're bubbly in that. Whereby, a white Zinfandel is basically just wine that's been chilled. So that's my take on it. Trader Joe's simpler wines. It is from Italy though. It's not from California. It's from Italy, and it's canned in Italy. and they ship it back here and say, do what you can, just send us the money back. And Joe's can't even keep up with it because people are drinking it like crazy. Because I think it's more of a convenience than the quality of the wine. And then the people like myself who's like, let me see what the hoopla, or anything that's about. Let me try it, and then I can recommend or at least say this is what this is, and you can go from there. But I give you a couple of shots, and anything that I can do to put on the site that you can come back to and reference to, I'll put that out there too. But other than that is Urban Wine Life, and I'm Michael, your bougie black brother. Go to the Bougie Black Brother on iTunes and you'll find this, or building another section of that Urban Wine Life stands alone so you can see all the wines from there. I do have all the videos on YouTube, so you can hear the podcast on iTunes, but you can see the videos on actual YouTube. So I got them both. If you're riding and you just want to hear about simpler wines from Trader Joe's, got you on the podcast. If you want to see what this looks like, and it goes from there, the wine from that, and then your can, just like your simple cans, it doesn't really tell you flavors or anything or the content or what's in it. It doesn't really go from that. So you're just looking at it from that. So you're getting really sleepy. But anyway. But that's what I got. And I hope you got some information from it so you can make your own assessment and leave me some notes or subscribe on iTunes. Subscribe. I'll put a little more on there. So I'm trying to get one out either every week or every other week. It's looking like every other week. But if I can get a wine bottle in, I'm going to try to do that because I'm not going back to the goddamn cans. Sorry. But Black Brother. See you next time.